Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Phuket Walk. Good morning, folks. Just give me a minute here and let me set up my DJI Mic 2 first. And then we'll get the journey started and all that good stuff. Okay, it should be working. Just give me a moment, let me double check here. Okay. Okay, sounds all good on my end. And give me a moment, I'll be right with everybody. It's a very hot day. And let me get the fan going. Sawadee-ka. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Phuket Walk, and this is Alex Phuket, and we're currently in the Samkong area on a very early start. It's 9 a.m. locally on Phuket Island. So welcome Hajat to the live stream. I think a lot of my usual viewers, including my mods, are not here yet due to my early start. So let's wait a little bit. YouTube could be having notification problems and all that stuff. We'll walk a little bit slower for everybody to come in. But all in all, welcome Haja once again, and let's get the journey started. Cheers. And wow, I think the forecast has lied to me a little bit. Like I mentioned, it's currently 9 a.m. or close to it, a few minutes off, but on a Tuesday morning, and forecasted when I left the door at 26 degrees, but I'll tell you that's a bloody lie, because it feels like about 30 plus right now, perhaps maybe in the 32 range, and I'm still in the shade. But let's get this walk started first, and let's see how the day goes. I hope the forecast is right, but I guess some heat has never stopped us from having a good walk, and today will be no exception. Right across the street is Chilva Market, a huge landmark in the Samkong area, but it's a night market, so won't be available to us this early in the morning. And hey, Gurtaj, good to have you here. The chat, it's a bit quiet today, so it's amazing that you joined us to add a little bit of a positive vibe, and of course more chatters to our journey. So welcome, Gurtaj, a very amazing and friendly member from the Johnny Strides community. And I think I know Gurtaj since the channel has began, so good to have you here. Join us at Phuket Walk, of course, on Phuket Island. We're in Samkong, a local area, and I can prove how hot it is, and also at the same time showing you we are indeed in Thailand. I'm not sure how much of that you can see, but behind the clouds is a very bright sun, and right next to it is the Thai flag. And this would be a very local area. You'll expect less tourists, and you can enjoy some of the what I call island vibes that's available to you here in the more central part of town. And this is a very early start for the channel. Usually we start about maybe an hour to 2 hours later than this. So if I'm a little bit blurred, that would be because I'm quite hungry. She's deep frying those chickens right now, fresh. Oh my. And that's what you can get in the early hours. Freshly made food. If you're into deep fried chicken, I guess fried chicken is good for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if not, there's some desserts. Thai desserts. And dessert is good for all meals, right? Okay, I'll be crossing the street there and making some prayers and blessing. Just some good luck for our journey today and our walk, and as well as those who need happiness, some good health and peace. So let me get across the street there so I can do that first, and we can spend a few more minutes there, I think. Just wait for some of my viewers to come in, but there's plenty of walking to do, so no worries. I planned a longer walk today despite the heat. Let's hope we'll hit around the 2-hour mark, if not at least close to it. Yeah. And while I make this prayer, and we could enjoy some of the decor here a little bit. Here's the gate we just walked through. And if you guys are like, you know what, Alex, you're going to take a while to pray, aren't you? Yeah, maybe just a few minutes, but if you have time, check out Johnny Strides. He just had a fresh out of the oven live stream around the North York area. A nice walk, very enjoyable. I was a part of that in the chat for a little bit anyways, since I was there a little bit late. But hey, all in all, an amazing walk and live stream as Johnny always does. So one moment as I'm gonna give us and make a prayer here and give us some blessings. And they probably know I don't usually go in, so I just step here and make a prayer. One moment, everybody, as I do that. All right. And let's go out the gates as we came in. And please hold on one moment. I'm just gonna take a drink of refreshments here and check out my network settings. Seems like all is in working order. And also I had a quick stroll, what I call it, but this time more of a quick escape to Punthai Beach. And I'll show you some of those 4K views and beautiful beach sounds in that video. So check out that video that I just released and join us for a mini escape at the beach there. Give me a second. And it's looking good on my end. I'm assuming that since Gurtaj and Hajat is here, that YouTube gave a notification, so hopefully all is in working order. Perhaps my early start on a Tuesday morning threw everybody off a bit. But I also do have a 4K video that I was editing last night. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it with the DJI Pocket 3. I had to film it with the iPhone 16 Pro. I didn't bring it that day, but an event was occurring and I didn't want to miss it. So stay tuned for that 4K video. Of a IRL experience, since it's handheld and filmed with the iPhone. It was a good experience indeed. I'll take a detour here to check out some of the local streets. And whew, it's warming up a bit. And Hajat says, yeah, only me and Gurtaj in the chat today. That's quite alright. I guess there's plenty of action around the YouTube world. Perhaps some of my viewers and mods are a bit tired. But also, the last few days I've been actually just trying to get some videos up and a few shorts as well, and a little bit busy, so I haven't updated the thumbnail yet also. So give me some time. I'll have today's thumbnail ready by the end of tonight, and also from the last stream we got caught up in some things we actually had to get done, I guess, and when you leave it for a while, then it becomes an emergency. There's no emergencies here this early in the morning. And it's good to have Hajat and Kurtesh here, no worries. A little bit of a VIP chat room experience. That's kind of what we're experiencing on this street, aside from this vehicle. One of the early birds here. And everybody's probably looking out the window and saying, what's this guy doing here? Well, it's 9 a.m. I doubt a lot of people are awake yet, unless I'm awakening them now. So I'll do a U-turn in hopes that I don't bother too many people. But this is what you'll expect in the early mornings in Samkong. Not very touristy. You're not going to get a crowded experience, but if you're into these early morning walks and just want to see what the island vibes are about, then this is the best place to go. And hello, Peter. Here's a friendly viewer and someone everybody enjoys to see in our community. And Peter says, hi Alex, I'm watching. I'm glad you're fairly early. I'll probably not be watching any more than an hour. It was hot and humid day here with rain tonight. Oh, and I understand with humidity, especially when it's raining, you do get a bit tired and more sleepy, of course, during the night hours. Hope you stay dry and get a good night's rest. I'll probably do a good job, or if not me, let Phuket Island help you relax a little bit. But all in all, welcome to see you here, Peter Bradfield. And I know you're gonna have your surgery coming up, so you can never have enough luck for something important as that. So good luck to you once again. Me and Side are both thinking of you, and I'm sure everybody else is on the channel in the community. And as our journey begins now, I'm gonna give a big shout out to all our mods. Thank you to all our moderators at Phuket Walk for always doing an amazing job at the channel and helping me and Sign, especially during that walk when me and Sign did a collaboration together, doing double the work. So thank you very much to everyone and all the amazing work that you do to my moderators. This time we're a little bit short-staffed. I think a lot of streams over the weekend and the past few days as well. So maybe some of my mods might be a bit tired. Hey, hello, First Last, good to see you. And my apologies on that thumbnail. I'm still working on it. And I don't want to just get anything up, so give me some time. I'll be spending some time tonight to put it together, including the thumbnail for today. So I guess a little bit longer for suspense. That's a 250 Legend. Nice bike. And since we have First Last join us, let's check out the sun to let us know how hot it is. And also I hope Vivian can make it to the live stream. She was just saying she was just sitting there and she missed a video earlier, but that video wasn't premiered. I just had it kind of feature on YouTube immediately. And the reason being is it was, like I said, a short escape to Punthai Beach consisting of about maybe 3.5 minutes of footage. But plenty of fun and things to see during that time. So I didn't premiere it because we weren't going to spend a lot of time together like our usual videos. So Vivian, you didn't miss the premiere at all. Do enjoy that Punthai Beach experience. And maybe Punthai Beach has helped you sleep earlier then. Hello to you on the replay. And And Peter says, Alex, yeah, surgery is next week, August 26th. I'm gonna try and get a photo to you or Science Channel, a photo of 1996 Olympic Thailand elephant pin. Yeah, I heard you say that in the chat as well. And if you find me on Instagram, which should be on the channel description, then yeah, give me a message with that pin, I guess, and we'll be sure to feature on the channel as well if it's possible. Maybe via the community post, or maybe I can show everybody on the phone on a live stream. That looks very interesting. I didn't have breakfast yet, not even a biscuit today. Actually want to grab something. As Gertesh says, I will be praying for you. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Gertesh, and I hope everybody else does as well, alongside Phuket Walk, and join in to send Peter some positive vibes. Me and Simon will be thinking of you for sure, the days leading up to the event, and of course thereafter. So hope you have a speedy recovery, and then you can join us in the chat soon enough. But until then, we'll be continuously sending you some positive vibes on every walk. And I know, of course, despite whether you had a surgery or not, it's not a pleasant experience, is it? So there's definitely some jitters. So we can help out, I hope so, with some of the positive vibes on these walks. At least, like I said, Peter, help you get some good night's sleep, yeah? As my voice definitely has that annoying tone that can send you to bed. And hello, Juanita. Thank you for being here. We're definitely in need of mods, and you're definitely one of the wonderful ones. So cheers to you, Juanita. Very happy to see you. In case anybody tries to attack the chats today, which is never, I would say, very seldom. But that's because all my mods are doing a great job. So good to see you, Juanita. Hope you're having a great one. And we're in Samkong, just taking it easy. Quite early today, and an early start. Thank you to Peter's appreciation for that. And also I saw Vivian comment that she was just chilling and sitting around. So hopefully we'll see Vivian come in as well a little bit later. But there's some of the local vibes and early snacks, including some fish being prepared right now. I don't think that's ready yet, so maybe on the route back we can smell that good food being cooked and prepared. And you guys can see the importance of having our important moderators, as Juanita just joined us, and I was filled with confidence and joy. At least I know I can focus more on the walks as my moderators, and Juanita does a good job making sure the chats are good. And that was the appreciation I was talking about earlier when I was giving a praise to all our moderators. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Definitely less focus on what I'm doing, and of course that would make it a lot less enjoyable. So I'm glad Juanita is here today to save the day. Hopefully more of our moderators could join us. And despite this car being a little bit perhaps tied to its spot right now due to some flat tires, but it's always a fun car to look at. Me and Jazz enjoy these classic cars. Cool. You don't see those every day. Alright, well, just take a small detour here and then we'll do a U-turn. But you can get a feel of the local residential vibes here. And do let me know if anything is buffering or the audio is not good. I'm gonna put my monitoring phone away now thanks to Juanita's arrival. I can relax a little bit more. And Peter says, Alex, I've been thinking a lot of last couple of days of the #1 song from this week in 1967 when I would have been 3. Wow. I obviously haven't existed yet or in a different lifetime. And then the song that Peter is going to say would be All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. And thank you, Peter. And I definitely agree with that title, and I'll check that song out tonight. Of course, when the Beatles had their many hits, I don't think I was born yet. So definitely thank you, Peter, for that recommendation. I'll be checking it out tonight. I have a few more videos to film for the 4K, and I was actually happy I'm able to get some content up in terms of videos and not just live streams. A couple of shorts I mentioned earlier, and now a nice song to go with that tonight. Some more shorts and video I gotta edit. From the Beatles, All You Need Is Love. And I think that's true for everyone. Hopefully we can provide some of that, whether from afar or near, Peter. And all positive vibes. Best of luck towards your surgery coming up, and of course good health to you. And if other people find out a bit nag soon enough, and I'm sure everything will be in working order. All as planned. Okay, we're back on the main stretch, and we'll continue on to stroll about the Samkong area and check out some of the beautiful vibes, including some of the shops here, and check out this restaurant, right? And these would be the family-run restaurants that are ever so unique. And you can see some of the local constructions and designs, of course, that you can find all over the island. Well, if you want this particular historic vibe, then you've got to come here then. But they have similar constructions in Phuket Old Town as well. And what I'm talking about is kind of the Sino-Portugal influence type of design and constructions. That's often in the designs of more older buildings here. Hey Vivian, good to see you. And I see some good people come in. I was blabbing away, including Brad Palmer. So sawadee khap to Vivian Johnson, and great to see you, Brad. Really enjoy that live stream on your birthday, and thank you for sharing that wonderful and special day of yours with us. I apologize, I had to catch it on the replay, but I assure you it was just as amazing. Right? And hello City Emerald, good to see you as well. And as I was just mentioning earlier, I didn't get a chance to do the thumbnails yet, so I'm gonna go do that tonight. So City Emerald, if you change your mind and you still want me to do something with that thumbnail, I'll be honored and definitely very happy to do so. Because the last time I already had many ideas fill my mind on what to do. So I know you opt out, and I respect that. But all in all, I'll be getting those thumbnails up probably tonight, working on them a little bit, probably after I edit my videos. But yeah, you have the walk's time to let me know and decide again. But welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here. Join us on some local vibes in Samkong today. It's pretty hot, and I said the forecast fooled me. It definitely did. It said 26 degrees. I thought, ha, that's wonderful weather. Well, it's not so bad right now. It just feels more like 32. And the sun is right on my face. I guess I need some vitamin E after a day's rest. Not much rest really. Rest from the YouTube world, but in real life I was running around. And I'll catch up with the chats in a little bit. And Vivian says you're having breaking up issues on and off. Am I? Okay, let me double check on that. You mean on the audio or you mean on the video? Okay, let's find us a better spot. And we're at Bangkok Hospital. Well, this time around, not to fix myself or any illness, just to fix the phone and network issues. Thank you, Vivian, for the update. And hopefully I'm not breaking up for this hello, because amazing Boom Productions has joined us. And welcome, Boom, to the live stream. And do say hello to Muzzy for me as well. Like I always say. And just catching up on the chats here, and let me actually make sure everything is in working order first. Okay, so it looks good on my end, and I know YouTube has been giving everybody issues, so do let me know if anybody else is experiencing some audio or video issues, and I'll be sure to double check and fix that. But until then, I'll just catch up on the chats first. And thank you so much, of course, to Juanita for always reminding everybody to subscribe and like. I often forget, as I'm more busy telling you guys to check out some of the amazing friends of mine and their channels. So Juanita is the one that does all the amazing work to let you guys know, hey, I'm not doing too bad. Check out mine as well. Subscribe to my channel also. And I hope you enjoy the content. And hello, Trojan. Welcome to the live stream. I'm just checking out if the stream is in working order. So it sounds like everything is good, aside from my voice being a bit loud. And thank you, City Emerald, for letting me know that the stream is in working order as well. One moment, actually. All right. All right, cheers. Thank you, City Emerald, and also welcome to the mod team. I was a little bit short-handed at the start of the stream, and I guess lately slightly short-handed as well, as a few of my mods, including Hello Claus to you on the replay, has been quite busy. So thank you and welcome to the mod team. I hope you don't mind. I kind of just forced that duty on you. But all in all, welcome to the moderators team, as I'm so ever proud of my moderators. So it's good to have you on board. Kakumanaka, City Emerald. And I think we confirmed that the stream is working. So whether it's by luck or I did something to fix it, thank you to Bangkok Hospital for that amazing healing. At least the shade that the tree provided for me. Pumping it so hard, I'm not sure if he wants me to go or not. So do be careful. I could be talking on a stream and ending up down there. There's no signs or any cone to block you off. So that's something you have to be aware of when walking around the island paths. Perhaps in more touristy areas, you'll be sure to see some signage, due to the fact that sewage work has quite a bit of H2S and all that bad stuff, and you know, gases. That's what I meant. Sorry, I just got distracted there, making sure there's no more paths of entry that's unintended in terms of falling through a hole in the ground. But yeah, even some of these, right? If you're walking, right, just walk around it, just in case it's not secured. And I didn't miss some of the stuff in the chat, so let me see what's happening, as I was just trying to stay alive there. Whoa, 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 staying alive, staying alive. I don't know where that came from. But anyways, City Emerald says, thanks for trusting me with a wrench. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for being an amazing part of the community and all the wonderful support. We definitely appreciate it. And most of all, appreciate you enjoying the content. So thank you so much. And like I said, you know, I kind of forced that work upon you, so hope you enjoy being our moderator. You know, our team of mods are amazing, and now we have one more extra member to help out, so cheers to you. And I'm not just saying that, the community can be the way it is, full of positivity, and the way we've been trying to run the channel, it's all due to all my mods doing their work and helping me out and saving my butt. Let's see what I missed here. And shower time and clean Muzzy's fountain. Okay, that sounds more important. You help on Muzzy first, Bill. And Brad said, I also want to thank you for sending Michael over to my channel. That really means a lot. Before I missed the sentence, no worries. And Michael is one of our amazing, wonderful viewers from the UK, Michael N. Who, oh, also my apologies, Michael. Thank you, Brad, for reminding me. Hey, Michael, sorry about that. On the outro last time, I forgot to give you a shout out. So, Kakumanaka for spotting me inside for a cup of coffee, but do stay in the lookout and for that thumbnail, and well, the thumbnail and the community post, that's what I meant, because I haven't worked on it yet, so but I do remember, and definitely check out the thumbnail when it's done. Cheers to you once again, Michael. I don't think we came up this neighborhood, and if you want some refreshments, we can get a drink, but this one is up a hill, and often you'll find actually residential on hilltops. As you know, the island is full of mountains and hills. We often actually only check out the flat grounds, and a nice quiet neighborhood. Oh, burning hot right now, I assure you. Hey, and good to have you on. Good to have you join us, Derek, as I struggle to speak. I'm a little bit thirsty, I guess. But good to have you here, Derek C. It's currently a Tuesday morning, 9:30 a.m. right now. Bloody hot sun is on my back. I can't complain due to the fact that, you know what, this hot weather, especially during these supposedly rainy seasons, has really helped the island in terms of tourism. And I guess the high season was okay this year, but not as it was during its peak in the past. And these better low seasons really help out Phuket Island, especially local businesses, to carry on. And this year has been some construction. Sorry about that if you heard that noise. It startled me. But anyways, yeah, this year has been amazing due to the extra amount of sun that we've been getting and just some passing rain. So definitely a lot more people on the island everywhere. If you guys join Roma Signs live stream at the market, there's plenty of people and tourists, including actually not just tourists, including locals having a great time at the Lot Yai market. So do feel free to join Roma Signs on that adventure. And let's see what I missed here. I'm sorry to hear that you couldn't sleep and the heat on yourself, Alex. Oh, no worries. I think the not sleeping thing has been lingering for a while, but I found a way, one way or another, to catch up on it. I force myself to take naps during the day when I can anyways. Well, I didn't take one yesterday. But I'm good, no worries, like I said, and thank you to everyone in the walk tubing world especially. I have plenty of entertainment to keep myself busy. And of course, some of those AM hours, especially when you wake up at 3 a.m., they're harder to pass in terms of passing time. Let me go across the street first because the sun has been on me for a while now and I don't want to be in the heat any longer. So a small escape under the shades on this side and maybe provide us a better view of the design of the houses here as well. And you see just downstairs there a barbecue house. And we have a hello from California. Hello Robbie, good that you can join us. Hope you're having a good day. And we're having a pretty good one here on Phuket Island, despite me just complaining about the heat. My apologies for that. As most tourists and people that visit the island come here for the sun, don't they? So it's a beautiful day, just a bit hot, so have your sunscreen and stay hydrated and don't be dehydrated. And you can see what dehydration does. It can definitely mess with your speech. But all in all, welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here. We have plenty of more walking to go. As long as this traffic allows me to stay alive, and I'll do a good job at getting out of their way. And as Derek mentioned earlier, when I lose sleep, I rely on the walk tubing community to keep me going and happy and relaxed during those hours. So some good entertainment happened this week as well, a few days back. And Johnny Strides, I just mentioned before, having a live stream, but also you can check out Henry and Canadian Vasily. And let me pull those links first before I continue. And they had a nice visit to Hamilton, a city that is familiar to me actually. So do check out those amazing channels there. I spent some time in Hamilton. I lived there and have a lot of friends that attended and graduated from McMaster's University. And I lived around Queens South. And I guess all of you will know, if you're from Hamilton, Hess Street. So it was harder to sleep at night. I didn't live right on Hess Street, but close enough to hear all the action. But it's great that Canadian Vasily and Toronto Tech in Transit Henry got a chance to go to some of my old stomping grounds there. So check out that walk at Hamilton. And Peter said, Alex, Science Night Market walk was very fun when you said told her you would meet her at the bear. I made her laugh by writing you were resting your big bony head on the teddy bear. Yeah, well, I guess my big head was quite small compared to the Muay Thai bear at Phuket Old Town. And if you guys are interested in what I'm talking about, go to Rome with Science channel. I know I pulled a few links, but I guess I have too many good friends on the channel, including my beautiful wife. So check out Rome with Science. And that walk Peter is referring to, as we walk by this very traditional noodle house. Wow, they're open really early. I see plenty of trophies actually in the back there. I think it might be related to their cooking, and if not, somebody's good at something really good. And sorry if I missed any chats. I'm just relying on my on-screen app here, and sometimes it's delayed. There are other times it's just glare from the sun. But I do try to catch up on it. And I still miss people. And good to have you here as well, Trojan. And Trojan is amazing viewers of ours as well. Joined us in many of our walks and journeys together. And I would say, if not always, but 90% of the time, staying till the end to ensure that I get a see you next time, Alex, and a thank you. So a thank you to you, Trojan, for enjoying the content also. Oh, and thank you for the compliment as well. Just enjoying the content and being on my journeys. Like I said, if not all the time, very often, I appreciate it. It's a lot harder to talk to yourself. So thank you to everyone that's in the chats. And if you're lurking, no worries. You can see I have good friends to keep me busy. But if you want to join the chat, you're ever so welcome to drop a hello. It's a friendly vibe here as always, and I love my community, everyone in it. And thank you for keeping Sign company, Peter. She was sweating balls actually on that walk. Oh, and speaking of night market walk, that's where Sign was. She was at the Lar Yai night market, and as Peter suggested, plenty of fun. So a lot of action, like I mentioned, on the walk tubing world, including Rome with Sign. And yeah, I think one of our amazing viewers and also fellow Islander, that's a good word, Phuket Islander. Took me a while to get that right, but yeah, Martian Mandingo, his family also visited that market that night, and unfortunately we couldn't bump into each other. Me and Simon were a bit caught up trying to find parking. We were there around 7:30ish, and it took us forever to find a place to park. Once we did, we headed out, and I think I had a message later on from Martian who let me know. I think he sent the text around 8 o'clock. That's when Sign started her stream, and where he took the picture was by the dragon, so we were actually heading his way and his family's way direction as he was taking that picture, but unfortunately we didn't see them, so we didn't get to meet up. And of course I don't generally communicate very well with these things, but I guess that's what sniping or some of these streams are about. Yeah, it's better if you actually bump into a friendly viewer. Unless of course if we do some collaboration, but yeah, but I apologize for that. Just a twist of fate there. We could have perhaps had some footage of Martian Mandingo and his family, who also has a great channel themselves. And also not to mention his amazing son Liam, who also enjoys my content. So hello to Liam, hope you enjoy the night market. I'm sure it's plenty of fun, as that night market is huge. So hope you and your whole family had a great time there. And cheers, Robbie. Thank you. Yeah, do check out Science channel. She's got some good content there. And that solo walk she did at the night market, and some 4K videos. And she's a local Phuketian, meaning she grew up in Phuket. So she definitely has a more in-depth take, being a local Thai girl that spent a lot of time here. So enjoy her content and some of the different positive vibes at Roam with Sign. And thank you so much for your support, Robbie. And welcome, Gazu. Welcome to Samkong. On a, I would say, very hot day. I'm getting a little bit misty, or Sign would say sparkly. And hello, Megan on the replay, as Megan joined us at the end there last time around, and we're wrapping up. Hope she can join us today, but if not, hello to Megan. As Megan often says, if you're not sparkling, you're not doing it right. So today would be a good day for that reference, as the sun is out, forecasted at 20 degrees when I left, but that's a lie. It's feeling more like 35 right now with the sun on me. But hope you enjoy sunny days, and good to have you here, Gazu. We're currently doing the stream on a selfie stick, pretty much handheld, on an iPhone 16 Pro. And the audio is brought to you by DJI Mic 2. So if there are any issues, do let me know, and I'll adjust my camera work. And of course, fix the audio. It does sometimes go on and off the audio, and I apologize for that. And yes, Sign is my wife. We met here in Phuket some 11-12 years ago when we attended university here at Princess Songkla University. So thank you for supporting her channel and subscribing. I do hope you enjoy that content, and if you're just into what I do here, well, I do collaborations with my wife as well, of course. So if I don't annoy you too much, I'm sure you'll find some good content there. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here. We have plenty of more walking to do, and I'm thinking, should I grab a coffee at Amazon first? Maybe we'll think about that on the loop around. I'm still okay, despite maybe just a bit thirsty, but I had plenty of water before I came up. And I recommend the same thing for anyone that's visiting Phuket Island during these months, as most people do visit during the high seasons. And these months will be known as the low seasons, supposedly. But like I said, the hotter seasons, which is now, had plenty of sun instead of rain. So the sun actually adds to the heat. It's hotter than even usual if you've been to Phuket already. So do stay hydrated, and don't be like me, who just last month had a heat stroke on one of these walks, and I have recovered since then. So just some words of advice to help your journey here and your stay here be more pleasant and smooth. Enjoy the sun, just don't get burnt by it. And I was just talking about Brad's amazing live stream of his birthday and his special day that he shared with everybody, and I hope you guys can, of course, go over Brad's channel and take a glimpse and check it out. I'm sure you'll do more than just a glimpse, as it was a great walk and plenty of good scenic views to see at where he is, Northern Ontario in Canada. So show Brad Palmer some love and go check out that amazing content. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. He has way more than just walks. He has ATV rides, drone footage of sunrise, beach hopping, and multiple beaches you'll see on those videos, obviously, in live streams. And he often does many activities, including camping and fishing and all sorts of good stuff with nature. And he's a great cook as well, not to mention. So man, the list goes on. So everybody do go over to Brad Palmer's channel and check out some of these amazing scenes in action over there at Northern Ontario. And as we see a beautiful backdrop here, welcome Don, intruder alert captain. One moment, let me get my big head on screen, and don't be startled, that'll be me. You'll be seeing in a second. As Don says, hello Alex and everyone. Hakumanakap. Hello Don, Sawadikap as well. Welcome, I haven't seen you for a little bit. I assumed you were probably busy, but I did my best to get you a 4K bike ride up, as I'm still working on getting a mount for the live streams, but do stay tuned. I do have getting the bike mount in mind and on the list of to-dos, so that'll be available shortly. But all in all, thank you so much for joining us today. And since we're at a town more local with plenty of local motorbike riders, we're not on the bike, but born to be wild. Nobody mind that too much as I scream that to the heavens. But thank you so much once again for joining us, Intruder Alert Captain, and also hitting our super chat goals. So once we get to the bridge, hopefully you can stay with us for a little bit longer, and I'll get us a nice banner up. So I got plenty of thumbnails to make tonight. In 1 second, I'm gonna crank the fan up a little bit. It's a lot hotter than it was forecasted. And Robbie says, love your singing. Thank you. I'm not sure my singing was good, but I definitely try to put some enthusiasm in. If you didn't hear me and I bit on my tongue on that one, I meant to say enthusiasm. It's a little bit hot, but hopefully my singing was a bit better than my talking just now. And we're gonna make our way towards the bridge, get a beautiful view of Samkong alongside Phuket town, actually, which you can see on the scenic view. But we'll talk about that when we get there. We have some nice drinks here. And Robbie says, I love to sing too sometimes. Yeah, I think singing is a great way to stay healthy and relieve some stress. You know what, everybody? Let's go in for a coffee, yeah? I just had to finish up this little bit here, but that's what's been keeping me going. But that's in a can or in a bottle, and I often say those don't really count. And that's how hot it is. I have small doses along the way. And we're here at another nice coffee spot. And sorry if you can't hear me, I don't want to disturb everybody by talking too loud. So let me get my order in and then we'll take a seat, and there's plenty of more talking afterwards. Yeah, I often sing in the shower as well. I don't notice, you know, you're just kind of in the moment. I scream out some lyrics. And those are the best times to sing, I think, whether you're in the shower or driving. I think those are great environments to scream out your favorite tune and get all the words wrong. It's very lively here, so I guess the drink must be good. We came here before, and we had Americano last time, so I think I'll go for the same thing at Punthai Coffee. Yeah, I've been listening to some of the advice you and my viewers given me, and bring a small bottle of whatever drink. Today was a small bottle of coffee, but definitely didn't have enough kick to it. But it did help along the way. And Gerta says, I know Johnny went to Bangkok. Sawasdee krap, Americano. Americano. Yen krap. That's 60 baht. Okay, hold on. And great quality and good pricing here also. So if you're in Phuket Old Town, I mean Samkong and near this area, sorry for blundering that, just grabbing some cash here. But yeah, if you're in the Samkong area, check out Punthai Coffee. And they also have some delights to go with your drinks. But we'll check out the cafe some more once I get my drink and have a seat first. But the barista here are wonderful, and I assure you the drink they make is delicious. Okay, and when it's ready, it'll ring. Let's check out the cafe a little bit in terms of surrounding, and then we'll have a more detailed look. But let me find a chair first. I want to stay in the action here, actually. So let me sit here. I know they have some stuff on the table, but I'll just move it to the side. And I don't really mind it. And then I'll show you. One moment, I'll be with everybody in a second. Just the usual YouTuber struggles. And let me show my big head first. As Brad says, I have to work in the morning, so off to bed. Have a good rest of your stream, Alex, and good night, everybody. Kakumanaka, thank you for joining us, Brad, and you have a great night. I know you're very busy, so like I always say, good to have you join us even during your busy schedule. And belated happy birthday once again, and thanks for showing us your birthday and taking us along on your live stream. So do check out Brad's channel on my Nutbot that I pulled his link a few times, so you just got to scroll up a little bit and check out that amazing content in Northern Ontario. You have a good day tomorrow as well, Brad. Kakumanaka. Okay, let me get the mount working first. Settle us down. And you know what? I'll sit on this side so we can check out the cafe a bit. And that beeping would be one of these things, but it's not ours that's beeping yet. let me get back in the chat here. And hey, Madano, you're just in time for coffee time. And cheers to Intruder Alert Captain for spotting me this coffee. And we're ready. And here it is. And thank you to the amazing ladies and their great work. And I always praise the lady baristas here. They're ever so friendly and kind and professional as well. And they're just having a good time. Not to mention, while doing that, giving us a nice cup of coffee. I'm gonna take this off just to show you their logo here. Punthai. Oh man, and that looks refreshing. Okay, let me get my straw in. So cheers everybody, but welcome Madano for joining us for coffee time. And cheers, Vanita. I'm just trying to put some stuff away. And as Juanita said cheers, I'm like, I want to drink it right now. We had a cup of coffee here before. The Americano is really nice and smooth. And of course it does the trick. I think it's more like a medium roast. Not that light here, it's nice. But let me get my big head on the screen. And you know what? I have actually an extender here, so let me use it. So at least my big head is at a better angle. I think so, Vivian. I'm not an expert at it, but I think it's a feature here that they use a special type of cup. And I think, you know what, while I'm setting up, feel free to read what it does actually. And I'll read it out loud for you guys if the focus is not too great. This cup is designed to make every zip count towards a greener tomorrow. So I would assume yes. Like what Vivian suggested, it should disintegrate as I show that I'm too thirsty. Okay, one moment. Let me get us on a higher ground, if that made any sense. And this view would provide a better angle of the cafe as well. Okay, that should be good. So don't get too dizzy, and everything will be in working order. Thank you for your patience. All right. That's better. Usually you just get to see me all the way down here, down the bottom there looking up, so you don't get much of the cafe. So I figured this time around, my big head is not very interesting. Let's check out the cafe and our backdrop on higher grounds. All right, I think that's good. Vivian says, that's great, they need to have them all over. I think so. Well, it's a specialty of this cafe anyway, so cheers to Punthai. And I'm going to catch up on the chats, but before I do that, cheers to Don, Intruder Alert Captain, for spotting me this drink, and as well as everybody else, and also Madano for joining us, and cheers to Juanita for saying cheers. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's not bitter at all. It's actually a hint of sweetness, but not sugary. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I don't know how to describe it, but there's a hint of sweetness in terms of coffee wise. And after that, you kind of get the roasty aroma. And I think the trick is there because I mean the caffeine, and it's doing its trick because I'm waking up slowly, anyways. And cheers to Don and Modano. Yeah, I think that's a good view. And then we'll pull a banner, but I don't want to pull one here. I want to make it to the bridge first, you know, more of a glorious view. Looks like it might rain. That's odd. I was just dying in the sun, but now it looks cloudy, and that's kind of the weather here at times. We do have passing rain. I didn't mention it, but let's see how it goes. If we do have some, then you guys can witness it live in terms of from one end of extreme of super bloody hot, from 35 degrees feeling and the sun on your back, to cloudy skies and some raindrops. I'll show you outside actually. As the skies are much dimmer now, right? You guys saw me just sweating outside. And Vivian says, so what is in your coffee? Well, this one is just Americano, so no sweets, no sugar. Just pure Americano with pretty much a special bean or special blend that they design, or blends of beans. Some cafes do that they put together with ice. And some people do add a little bit of sugar. I sometimes do, but this one is plain and the way I like it. Oh, cheers to Gertash as well. So you guys know what I'll be doing tonight. I'll be going home to catch up on the thumbnail from the last live stream, and also do a nice one for this one. So plenty of fun stuff to do, and I got about a couple of videos to edit. And if you missed the shorts, I had a nice one of Sign having some root beer, and thank you Modano for the comment, because I'm a big root beer fan as well. So I'm not gonna say what the root beer is, I'm not gonna say the brand, but it is from Australia. So go over to check out that shorts that I have, and you'll see Roma Sign as well, and seeing her reaction to her first tasting actually. So I think she has some fun having that root beer. I often love root beer myself. Like I said, it was A&W at one point, and then it was Barks back in the days. And yeah, you know, we had different types of root beer in Canada and Toronto. I think Canadian Dry also had root beer, but yeah. So I had my taste and love of root beer over the years, but over here in Thailand it's a little bit harder to find. It's not the most prominent drink out there. They do have it available, so check out that shorts. And I did have a shorts as well from my good friend in BC, Canada, at what I believe it's called Goose Spit Park. So check out that beautiful beach and scenic view of the waves, and some of the nice view and sounds there on that shorts. I really enjoyed it, and hope you guys get a glimpse of some of my international footage from that shorts. This time's the short. Last time we had some stuff from Korea, a driving stream, a couple of them, and we had a walk from Taiwan as well, Taipei. And hopefully going forward we'll be having more international footage, but this time around it's a shorts from my hometown Canada, but a little bit far from Toronto, down by the west coast, BC. So check out Goose Spit Park. Hey, cheers to Gertaj for enjoying root beer, although this time around it's much needed caffeine. And Peter says, Alex and all, I'm going to bed soon. Been a nice stream. I'll probably watch for about 15 more minutes, but on lurking mode. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. You have a good one, Peter, and I'm glad I can help you get some good night's sleep so you can have a good day tomorrow. And like I mentioned, every time I have a stream, we'll be sending you some positive vibes. So best wishes to you, and many positive blessings, good health, and of course, best of luck towards your surgery a little bit later on. But like I said, every episode leading up to it will be wishing you some good luck and good health. until you're with us again in the chats, of course. And Vivian says, I watch both the root beer and the waves. And I like Sign's expression when she drank the root beer. Yeah. It's a little bit different, isn't it? The way she enjoyed that drink. She kind of looked like she was frowning, but it was plenty of joy. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's confused by how I describe things, which I often describe things in confusing ways. Check out that shorts to know what I'm talking about. Nice cup of coffee, very refreshing. Vivian says, so just plain coffee? Yeah, you could say that, but I guess the difference between the two names, and I do mention if you go to Amazon, which we often do, they have a selection of black coffee, iced black coffee, and also iced Americano, right? So I guess from my experiences, also having a cafe, the Americano is just selected beans that's a little bit supposedly less sour, right? And also depending on the barista, how they make it, like of course how much they put, and that should be measured. But you know, when you get good as baristas, you have your own feel for things and how much pressure you put when you're applying, when you're putting kind of applying pressure to the coffee. When you're putting it into the machine also matters quite a bit in the skill and technique. So there is differences because, like I said, black coffee you usually expect something that's darker roast, even I would say, but definitely more kick to it, more jitters. I'm not saying Americano is lighter, but Americano is supposed to be smoother and it goes down easy, less jittery, and easier on the stomach, I would say, in my experiences. And even some shops, when they do the Americano, they have a blend of mixed beans they put in together. Where generally, when you order iced black coffee, it's just one type of bean, right? And you're like, oh, what type? Well, I'm not a crazy specialist in terms of the bean wise, but there's absolutely difference between a mocha bean, right, and just a regular bean. So, in that aspect, and yeah, a lot of science into coffee. But that's my little understanding anyway, small knowledge. And I'm actually all cooled down thanks to the iced coffee. It's definitely working in terms of waking me up and keeping me a little bit cold now thanks to the AC alongside. The ice in here. I'm chilled. But let's check out the cafe some more and we'll get the walking. We'll get the walking going again. I think I need to go back out there. And I did say we'll check out the cafe and detail. And I have a little bit of coffee left. So one more cheers to everyone for being here with me and just listening to me blab about everything. But let's check out the cafe. And the crowd has quieted down in terms of they got their drinks and their fix of snacks and delicious goods. And everybody is seated now, so we have a more quiet environment. And don't let me disturb it, so we'll just check out this wonderful cafe. There's plenty of seating here as well in the back section. I opt to sit in the front so we can see the good bar work and barista work. And of course the amazing lady baristas here that do a great job and provided us this lovely cup of Americano. Yeah, plenty of seating here if you want to get some peace and quiet, some privacy time. But it's very cold. Look at the amount of air conditioning that's available at your service. Anyways. Okay. So let's get back to my seat and we'll grab my stuff and we'll get the walking going again. And we'll be on the road once again. hello Jazz, good to see you here. We had a glimpse of some classic vehicles and bikes already along the way. I think we'll see a few more. So I guess I didn't have to say hello to you on the replay. Hello to you on the live stream. Good to have you and Juanita here to complete our lovely equation of J squared. And if you guys don't know what that means, I often translate it to joy square, which is double the joy, double the happiness to have Jazz and Juanita here together. Sorry, I'm just trying to get us on a different mount, and we'll be on our way. And for whatever reason you're just joining us and wondering why I have some problems talking, is because I'm now freezing cold thanks to this ice cold coffee here and Punthai coffee, because they have plenty of air conditioning to keep you cool. So if you're in need of some escape from the heat and you're in the Samkong area, drop by Punthai coffee for a lovely drink and some friendly service you guys just saw from the ladies at the counter there. I definitely recommend it. Okay, I think I'm all set. And I'm glad that Don is still with us alongside everyone that's here right now, because I still need to pull a banner for Don. So I'm just going to finish this up before we head off. So cheers to everyone, and thanks once again for hitting our super chat goals, Don. So don't fall asleep just yet. We'll be heading to the bridge and pulling you a banner. So cheers. Thank you. And you guys saw I could just chug it like that. And honestly, if I drink black coffee, chugging it will be harder. Like I don't know, get like some acid burn. It's just not as smooth. But for Americano, I can just down it no problem. So for me, that's the difference. Of course, there are days where I need black coffee with a more kick to it. But as I'm trying to warm up now, a little bit the direct opposite in contrast to when we came in, proving that the air conditioning and the lovely cup of coffee definitely worked. I'm going to throw away my garbage here first. And that snack is not mine, so it has a plate, so I'll leave that to the ladies. But I could help them out a little bit by checking this out. And once again, thank you to Punthai Coffee, always being ever so kind to us. Definitely streamer friendly. And okay, we'll be heading back out because now I need to warm up. Kakumanakap. And okay, let's go. And I guess warming up isn't a problem. A whole new world. And you know what? Now the sun has been blocked by the clouds. I think it's perfect condition to walk, but aside from coffee, there's plenty of Thai milk tea, which Pine Sol enjoys. So hello Pine Sol on the replay if you can't join us today. And they also have a selection of smoothies and various other selections of refreshments. But anyways, I'm all refreshed, and enough of me. Let's get the walking going again. And I really needed that cup of coffee. I think that mini bottle that I was sipping at didn't really do the trick. But hopefully I'm able to be more alert and give you guys a little slightly better commentary going forward. But whatever, right? We're here for a good time. Even if I didn't make any sense, ignore me and let Samkong do the trick and provide us some local vibes here in the early morning hours of 10:18 a.m. locally. And like I said, City Emerald, if you want to still opt in on the banner again, you can change your mind at any time before the end of this walk. Like I said, I would love to put something together for you, but all in all, no worries, as we know that we still need to do a live stream or a video to get a gimbal for Sign. And one more time, a big thank you from Sign and me as well. She's very excited, and to provide you a little bit of an update. As City Emerald goes, yeah, Phuket Walk is all in order now, as I'm wired on coffee, which I guess if one way or another, me and caffeine are kind of made for each other, despite me cutting down. But what I was saying was, we actually asked we went to ask someone that has some experience in doing and using a gimbal or doing walk tubing. Sign anyways, went to message Johnny Strides on his advice on which gimbal to buy, and Johnny Strides has replied and given some suggestions to Signs. So I'll keep that a little bit of suspense alive there. But thank you so much for the wonderful support, City Emerald, Kakumana Cup, official Y from me and Sign. But yeah, we're in good hands in terms of selection. You guys may know Johnny. He was very polite to give me a nod to know that he sees me. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Thank you very much for the wonderful support, and we made sure that it's going to be used on something reliable and good. So we went to Johnny Strides to ask for some advice. And like I mentioned, you guys can find out what gimbal Sign's going for when we go and do a live stream and or a 4K video. Hopefully we can go to the store and pick it up if it's available on the island, but I did mention a few times that getting tech here would be a little bit harder sometimes, depending on which brand and what you're looking for. So, but if it's possible, I'll do a live stream doing a walk-in to the shop to pick it up together. But just giving you a heads up, we're not gonna throw that away on some gimmicky item. It's gonna be something recommended by a professional, and to another professional, the amazing Roma Sign. I think she's way more professional than I am anyways, as Sign often takes things very seriously. Wow, thank you, Intruder Alert Captain. And you know what? This is a big thank you from me and Sign. And I think this backdrop is already wonderful, because we are enjoying the local island vibes. And Intruder Alert Captain says, Gimbal Fund, thank you so much, Don Kakumanaka, for the $20 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. And you know what? Sign's gonna jump around up and down some more, because the gimbal she's getting, it's a little bit pricey, but I think it's good, and to get something of quality and professional grade for her walk, so everybody can enjoy those live streams and videos some more. So thank you to you and City Emerald for the wonderful help and boost for Sign to get some much needed upgraded gear in terms of gimbal. So Kakumana Cup, Don for the Wawa Wee Wawa support, and we'll be getting that banner up, and also of course the thumbnail. And I know I didn't mention that everybody has the option to opt out of the banner and the thumbnail, but I'm not encouraging it. I enjoy doing it. So if you guys enjoy the thumbnail and the banners, do allow me to do so. But I think City Emerald is just like, I'll give you a break, Alex. But thank you so much, Don. And I did mention on the last stream that this month, August overall, has been an incredible month of healing. A lot of our expenses in terms of course, some surprise expenses and accidental ones has been easier to deal with, and this month has been great because we did incur some of those. Our car needs a little bit of repair. Well, I guess it's not a surprise when you needed it for a while, but finally you have to get it done. So it's got to that point, and this month has been amazing, and thank you to all of your support. Not to mention now Sign gets a gimbal upgrade. I was able to do okay this month and cover some of those mechanical repairs that the car need, and also getting a new set of tires for Sign's vehicle. So this month has been very successful, and you guys know we moved into a new place. Despite being a very messy, we're enjoying the vibes, and of course the new convenience the location has provided. Here's a lovely mural. And City Emerald says, Sign's gimbal, yes, she says she needs the replacement. Good job. And thank you as well for the Wawa Wee Wawa support on the last stream to even get her started, because I think she was just kind of complaining, out of stress, and she wasn't really going to replace it. She was just going to gut it out. But sometimes with camera work is how you're used to walking and alignment and stability. And I'm not saying I'm all good, because I do get tired as well, and you guys do sometimes experience some awful camera work by me that gets everybody dizzy. But I guess for me, I'm more used to it, and I deal with it a lot better. So for me, I could still choose a little bit if you guys are ever so patient to deal with it, of course. But for Sign, she's been complaining to me that it's been difficult, and she was absolutely trying to keep things stabilized. It's not like she wants to sway left and right, but that's been her issue, and despite her efforts, she's really needs a new gimbal. But we talked about it many times, and I was mentioning last time as well, perhaps maybe getting the tires replaced might be first priority. But thanks for all your wonderful support, of course, everyone throughout this month and since the channel began, or else we wouldn't be able to even arrive where we are. But this month has been amazing. I'm able to provide some safety for our vehicle, which Sign uses every day to get to work, so you can imagine I feel fantastic about that. And also now Sign can do her streams more comfortably, and I'm not joking, because a few streams she wanted to kind of go live, and she's just like, I worked all day, I was lifting some boxes, I don't know how stable the stream's gonna be, and she just kind of opt out on some days, and I understand, right? Sometimes, especially without a gimbal, and you're trying to stabilize the phone, well, it's impossible because you're tired. I did a few workouts the last few times on a few live streams, and it was pretty bad as well, but I just kept on switching hands to deal with it. Well, we're gonna arrive at that bridge pretty soon to get a perfect view. It's not like we have a bad view here. And do let me know some information as well that you guys like to share. Like last time I asked Madano, what he was interested in terms of the Kung Fu movies. Was it Shaw Brothers, which has like a more old school vibe to it? And the way I watched it, they were all kind of translated by voice actors. And then you have the newer Golden Harvest. I say new, but they're obviously a company from a while back and dominant in the 1990s and 2000s, Golden Harvest. And Madano gave me a nice reply that he's more into Golden Harvest, and also all the Bruce Lee type of doppelgangers or doppelganger type of style movies I followed. So yeah, I'll be looking towards that, and I'll know what to do during those thumbnails as well towards your interest. So let me know, you guys, what you like to see on the thumbnails as well. I am kind of making it for you guys, so feel free to let me know what you like. Like last time, Peter suggested me a nice song, Safety Dance, and I was able to get him involved in a little bit of design of that song. But me and Don both are into motorbikes. So I have some idea and motivation, but I'm not going to give it away yet. Let's keep the surprise alive, and I can get a little bit more creative when I get home tonight. And I will increase the amount of 4K videos and live streams and shorts as we go forward, especially in the months of September and October when high season picks up on the island. I'll be quite busy. So I apologize for being a little bit laggy in terms of content. I do have consistent live streams, but I will do better. There's a lot of room for improvement, and I hope to provide us some quality content going forward. And glad you're enjoying the live stream, Don. And like I said, hopefully I'll get that motorbike riding on the live stream going again sooner than later. I'm just looking at a better mount. That chest mount is definitely not doing good for my health, especially during the hotter weather. I didn't feel much effect of it when it was cooler. But once the humidity picked up and the heat got worse and the sun is on my back, I couldn't breathe every time I wore it. So maybe it's just not for me. Maybe I don't know how to use it. Maybe, but I will certainly get us a better mount and on the motorbike, on the Monkey once again soon enough. I'm gonna cross the street here. I often stop by here to appreciate the backdrop and some of the backyards these guys have just behind your house if you lived along this stretch. Let's make it across alive. Okay. And Vivian says, I like the old musical movies like Brigadon and Singing in the Rain. I've seen Singing in the Rain a little bit thanks to Peter's recommendation. Yeah, the musicals are quite joyous to watch. I remember watching Wizard of Oz for the first time, and at least during my years and days, that was amazing. I was younger, but to me it felt like it was the best graphics I've ever seen. As you know, it wasn't all graphics. The Wizard of Oz was a lot of live props. Well, there's many versions. The one I'm talking about anyways. Okay, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Or the line I always sing to myself. If I only had a brain. Yeah, City Emerald's like Frogger, yeah. Thailand, in terms of crossing the street, it does feel like an adventurous video game, Frogger. Even when you walk on the walk paths, often you get off obstacles, or like I showed you earlier, some holes on the street, and you kind of gotta walk around it. That's the way it is here. So no complaints from me. I'm used to it. And you can see the island somehow makes it work despite its high population, especially during the tourism seasons. These small walk paths have served the island well for many years. And City Emeralds knows a little bit about the Wizard of Oz, as it's the Emerald City. Okay, I'm just gonna cross back now and do the Frogger thing again. Hopefully this time setting is level 1 and not level 100 in terms of difficulty. Here we are. That was easy enough. And speaking of adventures, welcome Canadian Vasily, which is Destination Travels. Good to have you here. And I was just telling everybody to check out your Hamilton adventure, my old stomping grounds, over at Canadian Vasily's channel. And I know I pulled this link already, and maybe the Nutbot did as well, so do go over now and check out that live stream alongside Henry. I used to live on Queen South, quite near the downtown area you guys were strolling around. Main Street. And I lived by the bar area section there, over by Hez. I have a lot of friends. I graduated from McMaster's University as well. I mentioned that a bit earlier, so good to see you guys walking around Hamilton and having a good time, and of course meeting some friends as well. So check out Canadian Vasily on that live stream. According to Vivian, maybe I should turn this walking channel into a musical walking channel. I'm just afraid when I do that, I might lose half of my subscribers. Let's hope not. Let me think about it first. And then Canadian Vasily says, my friend, she lives on campus for McMaster's there in Hamilton, going back soon. That's fantastic, and hope to see more content from there. There's plenty of places to visit. If you go uphill, or yeah, you get to, there's a nice little area where you can get an overview of Hamilton, and I often did back in the days when I lived there. I used to drive up there to check it out. But anyways, good times. And I'm glad you guys had a chance to visit. I guess why I don't mention it so much, and Simon probably doesn't mind this, when I lived there, I was with my ex-girlfriend, and she went to McMaster's for nursing, and obviously later on became a very successful RN. But yeah, that was a place I stayed for a little bit, and she was specializing in the mental health psychiatric department, which is kind of what Hamilton is a little bit famous for, their mental health care. It is very big there and very good and advanced. So I do know a few things, and great to see you enjoying the vibes there, and of course meeting your friends, grabbing some food. So there's plenty of happening and action at that live stream with Henry. So I guess you'll be making your way down to QEW quite often. And Hajjot says, I'm going to bed. Have a good night, Alex. And you have a good one, Hajjot. And thank you so much for the sky ride footage you had at the CNE. And you have a good one tomorrow, and continue those good content as well on your channel. And do check out Hajjot's channel. Just one moment as I make my way across here. Wow, it's tight. And I definitely remember I gotta hold a banner. So yes, you can easily trip and fall off, but let's not do that today. And do let me know if we have any buffering, because I don't want any buffering during the banner time. Let's make sure the celebrations work. Usually I hold the banners first before going forward, but today we had a different order of things. I'd like to make it to this nice bridge first and get us a nice banner up. And in the name of Don and Intruder Alert Captain, riding his intruder, that is, of course, whether it's a yacht or a bike. But thank you for the wonderful support, the double support today, and including some funds towards Science Gimbal, and recommended by Johnny Strides. So I think there's some assurance it's going to be a good gimbal. And before we get the celebration started, let's read out what Canadian Vasily said, because he said, I was in Brampton today, center, and went to McDonald's, and the person at the counter couldn't understand my English. Is it that bad? Was it even wasn't even in the drive-through speaker? I heard you speak English before. I think you're quite alright in terms of sounding like a Canadian. I mean, we do every now and then have the occasional A. But that's normal. It's okay, that often happens. Especially where I am. Sometimes people don't understand me and sign would take over, and other times, funny enough, people don't know what sign is saying, they will look at me. And City Emerald says, you sound French to them. Well, Canadian Facility does speak pretty good French. So one moment, let me get the banner out first, because I know the sun's going to come out, and I might get burned a little bit up here, all the way high up here on high grounds, as Flick Hunter would say. Hello, Flick, on the replay. And great to see Flick once again, along with Modano, although they didn't bump into each other, but in many streams I saw both of them at the same place at the CNE. So great to see Flick and Modano on those live streams. right, Don, thank you. And here's the banner, and I'm gonna try to show multiple angles of this area, as that side I just pointed to. Sorry about rushing it a bit. And that side is obviously the Samkong area where we're walking around. And this would be right in between Samkong and Phuket Old Town. That is just down there. Would be a good old town. And here we are, some fireworks. Thank you so much. As Don says, my pleasure, Alex. Cheers to ya. And it's my pleasure to deliver more wonderful content for you. And I speak for Sign as well. And thanks to adding to the gimbal fund, because Johnny Strides, being a professional that he is, did recommend a very good gimbal we'll be looking at. And thank you for hitting our super chat goals today, Don. And that's definitely a victory. And I know you've been a bit busy, so glad that you can join us on the Samkong walk. And like I promised, I'll be sure to work out some motorbike rides. If not the live stream yet, I'll get some 4K videos going. But all in all, thank you so much, Intruder Alert Captain, for the Wawa Wee Wawa support. Holy guacamole. A big thank you to you. And until I can get those footage working that Sign's ever so kind to make for me, we're gonna get Dono in here to thank Don. And sorry for not pulling some of the banners, because this has been caused by the restriction of Prism in terms of being a paid app. So I have to every now and then pull the banners out manually in terms of buying me a coffee. So I apologize for that, but enough of that. Thank you so much to Don. And now we got Dono here helping us do the celebration. Let's give you a nice Kakumana cup as well. And a big thanks. And I'm gonna get more fireworks, because I just really like the fireworks. And I'm very happy that I get to get some fireworks up for everybody all year long. Much love to you. Thank you, Intruder Alert Captain. Okay, let's make a return trip. Cheers to Don, and thank you, Canadian Vasily, for joining me in the cheers. City says, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yeah, that is from Rush Hour. From Tucker. The Jackie Chan. And I'm sure that the gimbal is going to help a lot in improving the quality for science content. Like I said, I think she was just kind of dealing with it the whole time. It did stress her out. So I'm glad that she can get a new gimbal and just focus on streaming, yeah? And I blame Prism for my celebrations in terms of having sign involved in some footage. They're not working or not up yet. It's because Prism has made himself a pay app, so some features are not working. So I'm trying to get a workaround to get that video up at the same time. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, and thank you everyone for joining this early morning walk. It's from a hot sunny day, I would say, and I mean super hot with the sun blazing, feeling about 30 degrees plus. It's cooled down a little bit. The humidity is still there to keep it feeling around 28 degrees ish. And now the sun is hiding a bit behind the clouds. Hey, Don, you definitely got that right. And I'm glad you agree, City. Live. On the live stream. Let's cross the street. There's more shops on this side. Oh. Thank you, Madano. And now it's back. And thank you to both of you, City Emerald and Madano, for letting me know. That's the thing I have with the Mic 2. And I guess I don't have a receiver, so the Bluetooth does get interrupted more easily. And with the receiver itself, to my knowledge anyways, it can't charge the phone. So for those of you interested, you might have to figure out a way to charge the phone while having the receiver if you want to opt for a better connection. So for me, I just use the regular Bluetooth connection with the iPhone. So every now and then it gets interrupted. So thank you so much for letting me know, because if you don't, there are times I'll be just talking away and I have no idea. Okay, let me do a cross here. And I'll let everybody enjoy a more natural ambience vibe of this part of town. It's very nice here. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna pull Liam's link as well and go over and check out Liam's channel. at Epic Nation HD, and he's done multiple live streams past few days, including being at the CNE, joining Jeff at Travel Fun 69 on his live stream as well. So check out Liam, and I'm sure he had multiple show streams the past few nights. So check out Liam at Epic Nation HD. And there's CV saying, "Here comes Canadian Vasily, a legend, it's true, with steps that inspire and world-changing views for epic adventures and sights that ignite. Like Destination Travels, then subscribe to the light." I wish I read that a little bit better. But do go over and check out Canadian Vasily's channel. And does Jazz really want her link? If she does, I'll be sure to put it up. But until she lets me know, Canadian Vasily, it'll be harder to pull. I believe this is a police station actually, next to the provincial police station of Phuket. It's 5 minutes to 11 a.m. here, and we can still enjoy quite a bit of a peaceful vibe on this local part of town, as most touristy areas with this good weather anyways will be packed by now. And Canadian Vasily says, "Oh, by the way, Jazz has dropped the whole CV thing from me. So we're good. You don't have to call me CV no more." Alright then. We'll stick with Canadian Vasily, or every now and then mix it up with Captain Vasily. I'll probably update your poll link as well, or poll command for the link to Vasily. But regardless of the nicknames, make no mistake, Vasily is the amazing owner and host of Destination Travels. So he is the one and only Destination Travels, and the real Canadian Vasily. Let's check out some of the path we already traveled. And somebody else that's been doing amazing streams all over Toronto for the past many days is Sapan, TDC Explorer. So do check out Sapan's wonderful content, including the one he just did at Canada's Wonderland. I know usually Canadian Vasily is the one providing you the go-to content from Canada's Wonderland, but Sapan did an amazing walk there as well, and he did the coverage of the Canadian National Exhibition before that. And Sapan always is out there all the time and working hard, so do check out Sapan's channel, including the live stream like I mentioned he just did at Canada's Wonderland. Some competition there for you, Canadian Vasily. But all in all, do check out Sapan, and I'm gonna pull his link once I'm able to get my chat back. And here's some pretty flowers. One moment, let me get in the chat again like I mentioned, if I'm allowed to. Thank you for polling Sapan's channel. What was I thinking? I'm Modano here. He's the guy that does all the hard work. Cheers, Modano. And let's see if I missed anything on the chats. Oh, Vivian says it is close to the watching hour, so I must go to bed so I can live to fight another day. Wow. So good night, everyone. See you next time, Pandika. And have a good night, Vivian. You've probably gone to bed already due to the delay of my chat, but you have a good one. Thank you for joining us today. I tried to start the walk a bit earlier, and I'm glad you got to enjoy that Punthai beach escape experience in the 4K video, and also those shorts that I provided as well. And I hope you enjoy the live stream, and I'll catch you tomorrow somewhere around the community, if not on my live stream as well. You have a good one, Vivian. And I'm gonna squeeze by this place. Oh, it's very lively. A lot of snacks here. And Canadian Vasily tells me something I don't even know. He says, "Hey Alex, your channel score on Social Blade is C-, just like me. Good job. You've been getting great engagement and subscriber growth. Thank you so much." And that's, of course, thank you to you and everyone else here who supported the channel. And thank you for being so kind, everyone. And I'm not just saying that. You guys know it's absolutely the truth, especially for a YouTuber and a YouTube channel, that everyone that supports the channel, viewers, subscribers, members, supporters, are a big part of the growth. So thank you to each and every one of you for growing together and arriving to our milestone together. And thank you so much, CV, for the update. And First Last says, I'm gonna make a burger here in a few. Hey, that's making me hungry, First Last, but feel free to do that. I'm sure that burger will enhance your experience watching this live stream. So everybody else, if you want to enjoy the live stream more, which I hope you guys do, go get your fix of refreshments or treats. And I'm sure the walk will be much more pleasant than just me talking away. And thank you, Don. As Don says, great job, guys. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Great job, everybody. We are a community, and that's more important to me than just growing viewers and subscribers. I want to have viewers and subscribers that enjoy the content. That's what I mean. And of course, I'll be able to directly provide you guys some positive vibes, relaxation, or just something to pass time. I think it's very important to have a good community and viewers that enjoy the content. And you're like, are you suggesting there are channels with viewers that don't enjoy the content? Well, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely sure that there are channels that grow differently from how we do it. So all in all, I don't know what they do, but I like what's happening here. And if you do as well, and you enjoy some of the positive vibes and some of the adventures we have here in terms of walks, events, and motorbikes, then please do subscribe and also press that like button. And let's grow together and continue having more quality streams together going forward. And yes, I haven't mentioned it for a while, but we do have membership. So feel free to support me as a member, because I have some, I think, pretty good members video up, and I'll be working harder to get more time to provide us members more content. But for now, I assure you, every month we have a nice 4K walk that I do with everybody to sum up the month. And this one has been an exciting one, so I'm looking forward to making that video. I'm not saying last month was boring, but I guess last month was still in the process of approaching some healing, and we finally reached it this month in terms of positive vibes and mood and everything that's happening with the family between me and Sign, and even the channel. We have more confidence, inspiration, and motivation to do streams. There's a lot more change that's also happening and occurring, but I'll update you guys of that when it occurs. That we've been busy, and this month, like I mentioned, has been absolutely all positive vibes, and I hope it stays that way, because not every day is all good, but up till now the month of August has been ever so kind and easy to enjoy. And thank you everyone for providing those positive vibes and coming along on these walks with me. I hope you guys had as much fun as me and Sign did. We were kind of all over the place before the channel started, and now we have a common goal and a common interest, something we both enjoy, and a lot more friends. Okay, one moment, I'm gonna get the charger on. And I think I saw in the chats earlier from Gertaj that Johnny Strides went to Bangkok before. Definitely, he also came to Phuket and gave me a visit, and we did a 4K walk together, both on my channel and his channel. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out as well. And sorry for my big fingers there, just double checking my equipment. Okay. And thank you for enjoying Sign's channel also, Canadian Vasily. And me and Sign also are proud members of Destination Travels, because he does some pretty awesome content. If you guys can see, that tiny bird is definitely, I think it left. But there was a bird. There's a bird there trying to get some free meals, and I think it's made its way here. But thank you, Canadian Vasily, for pulling Sign's link. And that's the happy wife and happy life I was talking about. And thank you everyone. As I often say, I hope I can provide some positive vibes for everybody. But you guys often do that for me and Sign, especially the past few months where we needed much uplifting the whole family. We're going strong, we're doing good, and like I mentioned, in the month of August, a lot of healing apparently has begun, and it's happening. Let's keep it that way. If I dwell too much on the past, it's very difficult to enjoy the present and then what of the future. So let's stick to plans, learn from the past, live in the present, and look forward to what's to come. And I guess I often add in, have a little fun while doing that. I hope First Class is making a nice burger. Because I just had a thought of wanting one all of a sudden. Thanks for the influence. And I'm actually pretty glad we didn't just settle for Amazon. I mean, Amazon was good, but that was a bit early to have that cup of coffee, so we made our way to Punthai instead and had some friendly service there from the ladies at the barista, and a great cup of coffee at Punthai. Yeah, Canadian Vasily says, very good saying, Alex. Yeah. It's been working, that formula. I mean, when me and Sai first started, what kept us going, I guess, was the cafe. We had common interests, of course, something to do together every day. And since that's gone out the window thanks to COVID, well, I blame it on COVID pretty much, we haven't really had something where we can both kind of dream about and work towards. So having my channel and alongside her channel as well, we've been doing really well. And we're enjoying what's happening in the lifestyle now a lot. Well, yeah, I always told you guys this is a dream come true for me. And Canadian Vasily reminds us that Saturday is Henry's TDT meetup, as he says, by the way, for the coming Saturday Henry meetup, I'm planning to be live around 6 a.m. here. So you and Sai should be able to comfortably join for a bit there, definitely. And we definitely want to join most of your streams if possible. We always have a good time with Canadian Vasily. So I'll be looking out for that, and everybody else stay tuned as well, whether at Canadian Vasily's channel, at Destination Travels, or TTT, which is Toronto Tech in Transit, in Henry's channel. The TDT meetup will be as described and on the date of what Canadian Vasily said there on the chat, which is the coming Saturday in Canada, Toronto. And yesterday we're having a relaxing vibe walk. It is the low seasons, which is also known as the rainy season. I think actually it's quite fitting to check out the less taken paths, which First Class enjoys, but he's off to enjoy his burger right now. And I guess I would say the most exciting adventure on our live streams are the motorbike rides, so I'll be getting us back on the bike soon enough. I just need a new mount and work out a new system. But before that happens, stay tuned for the 4K rides that I'm going to include. Hopefully that'll do the job for now to substitute. First or the last burger? Well, I'll take both. And why not have two? I often go to McDonald's and order a couple of burgers and kind of just put them together to invent another one. I think a lot of people do that. And there's all sorts of names for it. If you guys have never done it, here's some ideas. Get yourself a Big Mac and a chicken burger, and then just mash them up together. You guys are like, why don't you do a video of that? Alright, fine. That might work out as well. I actually don't have McDonald's as often here on the island. I opt to go for KFC. You know, fast food from the West, it's more pricey than your main dish at local restaurants here. And I'm more of a KFC guy, I guess. And Canadian Vasily also is going to have a meetup. Yes, not to mention an amazing meetup by Destination Travels himself. So he's got plenty of time before that occurs next year. And First Class says, fast food don't agree with me. Yeah, and you know what? Ever since I did eat a lot of fast food when I was in Canada, and especially Toronto. They're always so easily accessible. But yeah, over here the fast food sometimes costs more, so, and it's a lot quicker to buy from food stalls here, even from restaurants. They're quite quick, depending on where you go, of course, but you know, the islands sometimes do chill out at some places, but generally not too hard to find some quick snacks. So my health has improved quite a bit in terms of diet, just avoiding some fast food. But every now and then I guess some home comfort is good, especially being so far away from home. And not to mention, welcome back as I join Canadian Vasily to welcome First Class back. Hope you enjoyed your burger. If not, hope you're enjoying it now, because I fancy myself having one now. All this talk about food. See? First Class confirms. I used to smash fast food a lot also until it hit 25. I know, it's weird, eh? And then your metabolism kind of slows down. It just doesn't feel as fun as before, just cramming all that fast food down. But it's okay, I made the adjustment and found enjoyment in other types of food. But every now and then it's good to grab some burgers and mash it up. I guess I never tried the fish burger with a Big Mac before. And First Class says, I'm doing the whole works. I got the barbecue out. Braving the mosquitoes to get this burger, then that must be, and I already know, probably one of the best burgers or better burgers that you're gonna have, because you're putting a lot of heart into it. Definitely do open up a cold one, and that might also help with the mosquitoes, yeah. And cheers to you, First Class. Now that's adorable. And if you guys up till now still don't know who Johnny Strides is, this friendly dog just passed by and gave me a hello. Hello, friendly traveler. Anyways, for those of you who don't know what I'm blabbing about the whole time, about Johnny Strides, then perhaps check out his other channel, Johnny Stumbles. And you might get to know him further there, as he does weekly live streams. And this one is not so much walking, but you do see some walking content and all sorts of good stuff that you'll get to join his weekly live stream show. And let me assure you, it's plenty of fun and it's absolutely awesome. I actually prefer Stumbles and think it's a better channel than Johnny Strides, but all in all, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy just recently on CP24, a quite famous news outlet and TV channel in Toronto, in Canada. Not to mention, he also appeared in the Toronto Star and had I think just this morning had a radio show invite him for an interview. So you might be living under a rock if you don't know who Johnny Strides is. But like I said, if you're not interested in all Johnny Strides, check out Johnny Stumbles, which is the only channel better than Johnny Strides. And I just pulled that link there in the chats. And I would agree, Trojan says, for the coolest theme song, yeah. Johnny Stumbles, I think, has a very good intro and outro. That's what inspired me, but mine's a little bit different, and I should spend some time updating it, but I don't have as much resource as the ever so professional Johnny Strides and Johnny Stumbles. So check out what all the hype is over at Johnny Strides and or Johnny Stumbles. And I say hype because he's also the guy that inspired me to start this channel. So plenty of reason to check it out, subscribe, and maybe see me in the chats as well. Oh, for sure you will. And thank you, Trojan. As he says, yours is cool too. I hope so. At least Johnny hasn't given me a hard time for being the self-proclaimed apprentice. Of course, my style is different from what Johnny does. I assure you, most of the inspiration in terms of how things should be and standards and audio, video, and other quality wise, it's inspired by Johnny. I'm not saying I'm up to par yet, but we'll get there. And we were just talking about the Hamilton area. I guess must pass by if you head up to Niagara Falls, or head down to, whatever I said there. But all in all, we have some friends at Niagara Falls as well, Niagara Falls, Ontario, that is. So do check out a few of our friends. And last time I mentioned Christine, who's just had a live stream, but this time around I'd like to share with everybody Hidden Jackpots, Adam. So check out Hidden Jackpots, Adam's channel, for some amazing content you need. And I say you need because it's good at Niagara Falls, as he does many different types of contents: walking streams, driving streams, food reviews, and I would say everything you need in Niagara Falls in terms of knowing what it's all about. So there is Adam's channel in the chat. We still got some walking to do, and it looks like we've done plenty of that already. We have hit the 2.5 hour mark. Well, some of it was spent chilling and relaxing at the Punthai cafe, but I would say this is the beginning of the end in terms of our victory lap. But I had a wonderful walk so far. I needed to get my steps in for sure. I've been a little bit out of shape, so things are starting to make sense. Being happy in terms of the channel growth, and inspired to keep on going and bringing us some good quality contents going forward. Audio down, audio back. Thank you so much. Cheers, City Emerald. And for those of you that missed it, I was just saying that the month of August has been a month of healing and positive vibes for me and Sign. And we are finally feeling settled down in our new place. But there's a lot more changes to come, and I'll update everybody as it does happen. But in terms of the growth of the channel and what me and Sign want to do in life, enjoying and dreaming about continually being together on this lovely island, and of course some more dreams now that we're confident and motivated. Perhaps one day we'll save up enough to take a trip to Toronto, meet some of that amazing viewers and homies of mine down by Canada there, and let's see where else it can bring us, because we didn't just intend to go to one place. If we can make it to Toronto, then I assure you there's plenty of places around the world that me and San would love to take us on walks to, and of course we'll be interested to visit too, as most channels hope, and mine included, eventually becoming a all Thailand and perhaps international travel channel as we slowly make our way there. Yeah, city says moving is always stressful. Yep, definitely. But feels like spring cleaning, yeah. And I guess what we did was we didn't have a lot of experiences moving around since we had our own house for many years here. And we kind of downsized, I mentioned a few times, but I stopped annoying everybody with it. But all in all, the conclusion was we have so much stuff in this smaller place. So everything just looks so messy. I didn't even realize how many extra crap that I guess we didn't need or need. I don't know, but it's in the way now in this smaller room. But we're dealing with it. It's just harder to have friends or guests come over when your room looks like an auto garage that hasn't been kept very well. But despite that, it's a beautiful area. We're, like I said, loving the convenience of the location we're at and just enjoying life. Since we settled down, we finally get to, I guess, feel like everything is in order. Sometimes it takes a while to feel okay, you know what I mean? When everything is, actually nothing is really going bad, but since we arrived in a new location and there are a lot of changes, so it does take some periods of time before me and Simon felt that things are back to normal, whatever normal is now. And hey Robbie, have a good night. Going to bed now. I see you tomorrow morning or afternoon. Yeah, sounds like a plan. And hope you enjoy the stream and enjoy some of the local vibes on Phuket Island. And thank you for joining the chat. We definitely have an amazing community of good people that I'm very proud of. So cheers to you and hope to see you again. Thank you. Robbie Batista. And definitely we still have some good folks with me always on my journeys. Even some of my longer ones, we have some good people, including my mods and viewers with me. And I appreciate every single one of you, of course. And very often, I don't know if I told you guys this, when I end streams, it's always satisfying to see, like, sometimes Modano, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you guys fall asleep, feel free to do so. And enjoy that. But it's always good to see sometimes everybody pop up at the end there, like Jazz, Juanita, Dawn, everyone. Trojan, I just mentioned earlier, that often stay to the very end to say a thank you to me, you know, just to make sure I know, hey, I didn't do anything wrong, did I? I didn't piss off anybody. But all in all, thank you. We're coming along, we're towards the, probably near the end of our victory lap, and I intended to come out. Actually, I wanted to give us a ride in. It's a nice ride this morning. Early morning rides here are usually pretty good, but I got to get that sorted out. But so I apologize for not having a ride in once again, especially to Don, as we both love motorbikes. But I intended to give us a nice tour of Samkong, and a place I love walking. I guess one of the most places I enjoy walking. I mean, I don't come here as often as Phuket Old Town, but in terms of enjoyment, I love it here. Local vibes, good friendly people, and it's a place I can live at as well, despite being not too far from here where I am now. But hope you guys enjoy that wonderful tour of the area, and as well as our coffee experience at Punthai. And first last city, are you on the West Coast? And I'm gonna say hello to the West Coast and hello to Oregon as well. Where city is that? Let me just double check here. Alright, we're doing good. Just want to give a big shout out today to Don, Intruder Alert Captain. We did definitely miss you, but hey, life gets busy, so we're not going to be grumpy about it. It's great that you can join us today on this early morning walk, and like I said, I'll do something about getting our motorbike rides back on the live stream, but until then I will be providing some 4K videos for you to fill in. And I'm so ever happy that you enjoy those bike rides as much as I do. So thank you so much for the amazing support, and as well the gimbal fund adding to what was started by City Amro's great support as well. We'll be having an extra live stream, perhaps a 4K video, that's for sure. An appreciation of both of you, while Sign's gonna get the gimbal that she's, I would say, always wanted. Now that's recommended by Johnny Strides, I guess it makes that gimbal even better. And like First Last mentioned last time to me, that he's had opportunities to work and visit and also grow up in 3 different locations, including Alberta, BC, or Vancouver, and also Manitoba. So in terms of doing the banners, I have a good idea. So do let me know what you want to see on some of the banner and thumbnails. But if not, I'll work something out for everybody. And I'm talking about it because you guys know I'm already thinking about what to do. I have a couple to put up. And once again, you have the option to opt out or say, yeah, give me a good banner, Alex, and that thumbnail. And I know I just thank my amazing supporter today, but hey, all in all, thank you everyone that's joined the channel, enjoying the content. I know some of you haven't even hit the subscribe yet and you're just lurking. I get it. I used to watch as a viewer without pressing subscribe, and I often still feel like I'm a loyal viewer, but do understand when you press that subscribe button, it does help a lot. So I hope you can help us out and just join the growth together as the channel continues to improve and go forward. Press that subscribe button and join Phuket Walk, as every one of you gives me a nod and inspiration to continue going and making good content for everybody. And we're back at the Chilva Market now. And once again, thank you Michael N from the UK, and hello UK as well, for enjoying my Chilva Market 4K video that I did a long time ago, about 8 months ago when the channel first started. But I'm glad that you enjoy a nice market walk. I'm gonna walk up the street a little bit more to do that sign off. I have no idea why, I just feel like it. As we visit Samkong, a more local vibe in terms of atmosphere part of town, we're gonna end the walk here in a local vibe residential area. Once again, thank you everybody for all your support today, notably Intruder Alert Captain and Don, which is the same person. And also thank you also City Emerald for starting the gimbal fun, and we'll be sure to have a 4K walk and or live stream when Sign goes to pick up her her gimbal. It's 11:39 now locally. Still some 20 minutes, maybe giving me some time to go and grab some lunch. But thank you everyone for joining me today. Kakumanakap everybody. And the month of August has been definitely a positive month, a month of healing, and looks like a month worth celebrating. Let's hope that vibes continue and stay that way going forward. But thank you so much, as we have some plans ahead to pick up Sign a nice new gimbal, and as well as we have the car fixed now. So kakumanaka for all the wonderful support throughout the month, and as well as joining the walk today. I hope you enjoy the walk, both viewers new and old, and we will continue to grow and improve my contents. If you have any suggestions or comments, feel free to drop a line for me, whether in the chats during the walk and or via the comment section. And of course, if you want to support me and drop me a super thanks on the replay, I wouldn't be complaining about that either. But all in all, kakumana cup, because I'm your Phuket walker, Alex. Sawadee cup, sawadee ka, and sawadee ja. I shall catch you all later. I'll be putting on the outro music now, as it gives a very important thank you to all my special members, and thank you to my members. We appreciate your wonderful support. As I said, the month of August will be full of positiveness in terms of the August video. I do feel the positive vibes will continue, and hopefully the video will be full of happiness, as I know the past few might be a bit sappy. But all in all, cheers, good to see you, Modano, for braving the night all the way to this point, and hope I can give you a good night. Thank you, City Admiral, Gertesh. I'll see you in the Johnny Strides chat, Gertesh. Thank you for joining us today. First, last, Juanita and Jazz, Canadian Vasily, and anybody that I've missed, but those that I can see here, thank you very much. Until we meet again, do take care, and we're out.